Hi everyone, it's Spencer here with Spencer's Stuff. Welcome to the community. Appreciate you being here. Today we're going to be talking about the Sony WH-1000XM6 and why I don't think we've heard about it yet. This is largely down to an acquisition that happened last year and a potential shift in strategy by Sony themselves. But before I talk about all that, I ask that you please hit that like button, subscribe, and of course, ring that bell notification icon so you're informed of everything that I upload in the future. Thank you so much. As someone who owns the Sony WH-1000XM4s, I never really saw the reason to justify buying the XM5s. While they're fantastic headphones, the quality of the product is largely the same, and while they don't fold, the sound quality is also largely the same in my opinion. If you EQ the XM4s right, you can get just as good a sound from them as the XM5s. So in that case, Sony obviously kept the XM4s on the market, and then the XM5s came out, and it's not a huge step forward. And I think the XM6s need to be that large step forward that Sony needs. As well as this, Apple has disrupted the market with the AirPods Pro Max. With the price tag being so steep on those, and largely being the same product and using the same driver that the XM4, XM5, and many other headphones use, Sony needs a game changer in order to move the market forward. I think this large disruptor that Sony has is the acquisition of Audeze back in August of 2023. These are the Audeze Maxwells, and these are the best sounding headphone that I currently own. Obviously, I don't have the highest end of headphones, but for $350, the Audeze Maxwell as a gaming headphone blow away anything on the market sound quality wise. This is largely due to how the driver works. Audeze uses a planar magnetic driver that I believe is just an aluminum sheet that produces all the frequencies, and it doesn't use that typical neodymium driver where the magnet is having to pulse forward and backward to make the sound. What this allows you to do is in much more complex sounds, such as orchestras or other types of music, you have so much nuance to the audio and so much more separation versus the typical driver. And it doesn't have to be software based like a lot of Apple stuff is. This is going to be the Pro model, I believe, that Sony is going to put out. I think that they've been doing a lot of R&D trying to figure out the perfect size driver for the WH-1000XM6 to use, as well as that hunkering in and understanding how they can make the noise canceling work even better than before. A neodymium magnet does not have as high of a frequency response as your planar magnetic driver, and I think the planars are going to offer us a next level of noise canceling that we have not had before. There's no headphone on the market that I know of currently that has that quality of noise canceling with a planar magnetic driver. If they can hone this in and we get a Pro model of the planars, we're going to be very happy because we're going to get premium sound quality out of this product, tuned to perfection. And if you can get the EQ involved with it too, you're going to be making some audiophile quality noise canceling headphones, which we really have not seen yet. As I said before, the XM4s are fantastic, they sound good, but when it gets to a really complex track, like I said, orchestras, some more in-depth rock, even some recordings that do not do quite as well separating instruments, the planars will take it and move it forward. I'm super excited to see what Sony does with the Audeze drivers. I think it's important to look at Sony's current strategy. They have the XM4s out, as well as the XM5s in the market, and I could easily see them looking at cannibalization to see if the XM4s are taking over the XM5s in terms of sales, or if it affected the overall sales of the XM5s themselves. If they didn't, I could see Sony keeping out two sets of headphones. That being the XM5s and XM6s like they're doing right now. I could also see them saying, hey, let's put out a base level XM6 as well as a premium version of the XM6. And then they'll understand if the product will cannibalize or not. Obviously, as I said before, the Audeze drivers are going to be the massive selling point for this next set of headphones. So the cannibalization that they might see in the XM4 versus the XM5 might not happen with an XM6 versus XM6 Pro or XM5 versus XM6. It's also important to look at Sony's current competition, that specifically being Apple. Apple moved the market up into a higher price range. I think Sony understands that people are still going to buy the product if the product speaks for itself. By this point in time, Sony knows the XM series is going to sell. It doesn't matter who buys it. We know that they're the best or one of the best headphones on the market. So moving up market with a quality product that is more premium than your competitor and offers something that no other headphone is going to offer will really push things into the future. There's also potential with the purchase of Audeze that we could see Sony outsource the technology to other companies. So we might be seeing planar magnetic drivers becoming more standard for a lot of other headphone users and offering Sony another revenue stream. I can also see, because the XM series is their top of the line, some of these products, the technology as it becomes cheaper to manufacture and build for Sony, it moves down the line and we get a ton of premium planar magnetic drivers in many of the products. Sony had a few sets of gaming headphones come out, including earbuds with planar drivers in them, and while they weren't the best, they offered a premium sound quality still. Did they compete with the Audeze Maxwell that I have? No. But the fact that they had the planar and there was a first ditch attempt and it was pretty successful and got great reviews, that is a telltale sign that people are ready for a better audio experience when gaming and with their day-to-day lives. This is huge. And I don't think there's enough people talking about this. Whenever I research in forums, there's no one mentioning the Audeze acquisition and the huge upgrade that we could be getting in audio quality for a noise-canceling headphone. With Sony's acquisition of Audeze back in 2023 being the biggest factor for the XM6, followed by understanding the XM4 and XM5 sales data to see if there's any market cannibalization, and then Apple's move upstream with the AirPods Pro Max, I think Sony has everything they could possibly need to release the XM6. Down to it, I think it's just engineering holding things back to make sure that the product is ready to go. I think the XM6's new driver is going to be a game changer for everybody, and while it might come with a little bit more of a premium price tag, I'll be very curious to see if the XM5s stay in the market with the XM6s, or if we're going to have an XM6 regular or an XM6 Pro. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments, or just please leave a comment in general. I love speaking with you all. Thank you all for watching this video. Have a great day, great evening, whatever it might be in your area, and I thank you all for watching. Have a good one.